Candid Sports.
Welcome to the 2022 Candid Sports AFC Prediction video, where we're going to line up all those division winners for you, as well as give you the wild card. And happy to be with you today, folks. I'm your host, Chase Moore, and before we get started, I'm going to chase some more subscribers. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and check out our 2022 NFC prediction video, and be on the lookout for our weekly videos, as we're going to be talking NFL football all season, folks. We hope you've had a great off season and summer. Mine's been pretty solid. Got over a pretty serious case of gout, which really sidelined me for a little bit, but I'm back in the game and ready to talk NFL football, ready to give you those predictions. Without further ado, let's get started here. Not a big shocker here. The number one seed, Candid Sports, is predicting the Beast of the East. That'll be those Buffalo Bills. While the rest of the division did get better, not enough to close that gap with Buffalo, but I think the real question on everyone's mind is Buffalo ready to close that gap with Kansas City? Moving along with our predictions, we're predicting the number 2 seed to come out of the AFC South. That'll be the Tennessee Titans. Can Ryan Tannehill recover from that disgustingly poor playoff performance from last year? We're saying yes. It's not as if Ryan Tannehill is exactly known for his playoff exploits. And having a marquee running game and defense shouldn't hurt either. Titans grab that 2nd seed. And we're predicting for that number 3 seed, we're going to call that out of the North. That'll be the North champion Baltimore Ravens. A little bit of a surprise there. But we're calling for a healthy Lamar Jackson and a little bit of that pesky Super Bowl hangover that might be happening in Cincinnati. And believe you me, folks, I know a thing or two about hangovers. I'm a pretty big fan of the sauce. It's part of the reason why I've been divorced 4 times. And for that last division winner out of the AFC, we're going to call the best in the West. A little bit of a shocker here. We're going to call it for the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers spending big money in the offseason to improve a defense that sucked last year. I'd like to make a side note here, folks. It's not as if we truly think that the Tennessee Titans are the second best team in the AFC, but we are calling for the South easier to navigate. Picture a family about to make a cross-country road trip in 2022. The parents just simply enter their destination into their GPS and away they go, hopping in the van. Their marriage is hanging on by a thread. That thread happens to be those 3 little munchkins in the back. They've all got their headphones plugged in. They're not listening to a word the other one says, and away they go. Getting through the AFC North and West is probably similar to a family making a cross-country trip in the 1970s. Picture that, if you will. Dad spends 3 days. He's plotting out all the stops on the map.
Here, study this map closely.
The son accidentally spills a drink on the map. He ruins it. Now the family's lost in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and the father, he never lets the son live that one down. Now fast forward to a crisp fall night, October 5th, 2018. The old man's on his deathbed, and he's still not letting his son live it down. Not 100% sure why they call it the good old days, folks. Just like most of you aren't 100% sure if I'm making up a story or oversharing from my childhood. And moving on with the predictions, we'll give you our picks for the 3 wildcard spots. We're going to award that first one. We're calling for the Kansas City Chiefs to grab that first wildcard spot. That'll be the 5th seed in those AFC playoffs, while Patrick Mahomes is still a great quarterback with less weapons now, which was bound to happen the moment he signed that mega $450 million contract, but we still see the Chiefs getting into the playoffs. And the 6th seed in that second wildcard spot, we're calling it for gonna stay out west. That'll be those Vegas Raiders. Prostitution is legal in Vegas, not that I would know personally. I have a friend that told me that, and for any of you that know me, they would know that's a lie, because I really don't have that many friends. But we see the Vegas Raiders moving in. Big offseason for the Raiders with the addition of Devontae Adams. A little scary to think how good the receiving core would be if Henry Ruggs could have stayed off the sauce. While the Raiders improved the receiving core, they didn't improve the offensive line enough for us to call them AFC West champions, but they grabbed that second wildcard spot. And the third and final wildcard spot, final spot in those AFC playoffs, we're going to call another surprise here. We're calling it for the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins, with the Legion of Zoom, build their team around speed, which is appropriate for the city of Miami, a city fueled by cocaine. And now for the moment everyone's been waiting for, or at least I've been waiting for. We're going to drop that Candid Sports Super Bowl prediction where we've got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming out of the NFC matching up with those Buffalo Bills in the AFC, where the former king of the AFC East taking on the new king for a Super Bowl title. We see Tom Brady and those Buccaneers getting it done as Brady rides off into the sunset with his 8th Super Bowl and ready to finally call it quits. So there you go, folks. There's our Super Bowl prediction as well as our AFC predictions. Well, folks, it's been one hell of a ride. Even if you didn't enjoy it, that would be a good way to describe my second marriage. Folks, we hope you have a great week and we'll be talking to you soon. Week 1 is almost upon us and we'll look forward to seeing you then. For Candid Sports, this is Chase Moore. Have a great one, folks.